This is interesting. I don't think I have the ability to change my camera angle like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the new office. So we're heading there now. I know it's dark. It's kind of creepy. It's like 7 o'clock at night. Nobody's here. Everybody's gone. So we're going to go in. We're going to turn the light on. Oh, look. The light's on. Okay, here's our door. Look, we get a door. This is exciting because this is like the first time I've ever had an actual office to work from. So I'm going to just share this real quick video. It's not going to be long, but this is going to be the new space for us doing videos. So I'm looking forward to having any, comments. I also have fan mail. Imagine that. Finally, fan mail. So, and again, I didn't introduce myself, but it'll be abundant and clear since this video is going to be in my PT3D folder. But I'm Clyde, and my channel's PT3D, which is short for Prototype This 3D. And there's a real life correlation between this channel and one of the things that I do as a hobby. Part of my hobby, as many of you may know from watching previous videos, is doing 3D printing stuff. Now, I don't do as much as some of the other mainstream channels does because honestly, I just have not had the space. I mean, I have been locked into a tiny, tiny little office. And for the first time, I now have a space dedicated to 3D printing and prototyping and other stuff. So let me give you a tour real quick. That's my door. You see this right here? My door. Very excited by that, by the way. And I apologize for the shaky video. I'm doing this on my phone. In the background, as you can see, I have a kind of a portable folding table, chop saw, and tool bag and all that. Tools, some leftover lumber, because I built these. This is a 40-inch by 4-foot workbench. This is where I'm going to be doing my my videos at. It's right here. The idea is that I have something that I can kind of stand in front of. That way I could do like overhead videos and that kind of stuff. Ren is finally going to get its day. I started kind of loosely reaching out to people about helping me with the Marlin on this. It has worked in the past, but the build plate, that's my issue. I need to get the programming correct so when the printer is going around, it stays on that flat plane. So that's pretty much one project that I got to get worked on. And I would be happy to videotape it. Why not? So over here is my big table. This one's 36 inches tall and 8 feet long. I opted to go with those dimensions because a 2x4 is 8 feet long. Give or take. It's a little short, but I got mine at Home Depot, so that explains a lot. Downside to it is I couldn't cut the ends, so checking was kind of bad on some of it. Yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, there's my pretzel bench. I call it my pretzel bench because it is very not straight, square, anything. It's functional. As you can see, it's got Sharon, which I'm trying to get the angle right because this is really awkward. It's easier to do it in like this mode because then I can kind of get a better idea. But Sharon in stone is right there. Sharon has a video coming up soon because in here the heat break is not functioning properly, so the filament is actually getting above it and sticking to something. So I imagine the PTFE tube's probably warped. So that's one project. Anybody that's actually followed my channel knows that this is the very first printer I built. This is Tessa. Tessa is not in a good way. Tessa has had a bunch of unfortunate events. So Tessa is in a work in progress right now. There are parts scattered over there somewhere for her. Also, I'm doing the, I can't remember what it's called right now. AM8, I think it is, build on that. So it's going to have the extruded aluminum. So, Jenny. Jenny is still functioning. I did have a little bit of an issue the other day with it, right here. The thermistor had popped out. So she went over temp, and I ended up warping the PTFE tubing, which I have since fixed. And also the build plate, which you can't know if you can tell or not, that was broke. So I'm using a piece of cheap glass for right now until I find the right size. Actually, no, that's not cheap glass. That's a piece of borosilicate glass that I bought that I got the wrong size for. Oops. Okay, and of course, the FT5, which I've been toying with calling Franny, but I don't think that really sums up the attitude problems that this printer has. So, hold on a second, let's put you down here. So, I'm kind of like to get some input on that. Let me try to straighten up the camera here. Okay, this is an impromptu video, so I apologize. Okay, so, anybody that wants to give me any input on this, I need a name for this printer. The reason I say that is because I have issues like this that I have to fix, which is my fault because I was building it and I built it, incorrectly. Or this thing is just really vibrated that much. These, as you can see, these aren't even attached anymore. So I have some disassembly work to do on this to get the nuts out so I can put in the bolts, which I think I have right here. I will say that as a maker or as a 3D printing enthusiast, one of the most important things you can do is have stuff like this, because there's always going to be a time where you're going to need something strange, or the size of bolt, or wow, that's funny. That's for the solar power build that I got to do. These are the what are they called? High quality. That's a scary topic. 15 amp diode axial Schottky blocking diode for solar cell panel. It's a check valve, I guess. If I understand correctly, this prevents electricity from going back to the solar panel once it has left the solar panel. So if it's not producing any electricity and you have batteries, supposedly this is going to prevent it from going back into the solar panel. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. So I don't know why you'd ever need that. I really don't, unless you're doing prototyping stuff and you required that. Oh, batteries. You'd be surprised how many batteries you really do need. Random LEDs. Never have too many of these. One, I think the video is coming up here in the near future, very, very near future, is coming up with an organizational method for this particular room. I'm thinking about stacking up like 2 or 3 of the Rubbermaid shelving units or something to that effect. So, hey, there you go. Comments. Give me some of those. I was going to do this as a live stream. I really don't know why I'm not. But I guess it's because, I don't know. I just didn't. So anyway, that's one. We got some fuses and some little baby solar panels in here and some neodymium magnets. It looks like a couple of pieces of the Tessa in here, which is probably not the greatest place for them. Oh, so what else are we bringing out here in this office other than a chair? Always have a chair because you're going to get bored. And I got Teflon tape. I was debating on using it, but I'm not really convinced. People have been, I guess, using it to keep filament from leaking out of a heat break and a nozzle at the top. I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably a really bad idea. I know people have done it and I've seen it being done, but meh, I wouldn't do it. I'd heat it up, tighten it, let it cool down, and then hope for the best, right? So, yeah, don't use Teflon tape on 3D printing nozzles yet. Maybe there's a good reason for it. Yeah, I could be wrong. I haven't seen a real good reason for it yet. What else do we got here? Got the Blade Runner gun, which one of these days we'll put together, because I actually have the Dremel. I have to get a new one of those spaghetti extensions for it because, well, it broke horribly when I was doing some rock carving. I was carving it out, like that, and then it went, and stopped. I took the bit out, and then the whole thing came apart, and it looked like one big spring, and I was like, there's your problem. So as you can see, I'm actually really excited about having an office. Knockoff E3D, older style. I bought this a while ago for Tessa, so we'll put that on Tessa. I apologize, I'm trying to find the pieces to Tessa right now. I got the Pep-Boy in here. I've got business cards. Always need business cards. These are awesome, awesomest business cards ever. I cover up all the information. There you go. So if you want one of these, you have to be local. I don't want to give out my cell phone number to, like, everybody. That's just silly. Alright, so what else? Here we go. Here's some Jenny pieces. And this is a nice little solar-powered spinner thingy for displays. It's actually kind of a neat little tool. This is some of the 3D printed stuff that I did for Tessa. These came out really nice, by the way. And I believe I did these on I think I did these on Jenny. Like, these are solid. It's PLA, but then of course, a little cooler thingy. So, pieces for Tessa. So we'll have to keep that stuff together. Okay, I'm running out of time. I don't want to make this video horribly long and pointless. As you can see, like I said, I am really excited about this new space. We're gonna do some awesome stuff. Yep. More jars of random bolts and nuts. Welcome home. Not at my house anymore. Got a Arduino, which we're going to be using for some other fun projects. TBD. So we'll see how that goes. And I've got a whole bunch more nuts and bolts and bits and pieces and stuff. So you guys are awesome. As always, I appreciate everybody that's subscribed, those who haven't subscribed, those that lurk, those that watch, those that don't watch, those that like, those that don't like. I like y'all. I don't care. So until next time, I am Clyde with PT3D. And I will be doing a stream very soon, just as soon as I get my workbench set up. So until then, have a great night and keep making stuff.